I'm sure Cam was watching over the weekend as the Australian men's sevens team turned in its best performance of the year, finishing third at the Hong Kong Sevens, and they took Fox Sports along for the ride. Rare insight into one of rugby's great weekends.
Rightio, on to our jersey press. Come on in, Roffy. Fellas, I'll introduce you to Joe Roff. Most will remember Joe, I'm sure. Played 86 caps for the Brumbies, 86 caps too for the Wallabies. Played one tournament over here in Hong Kong in 1995, made the semis. So this is really appropriate that you're here today, mate. So please present whatever you like to the boys. Good to have you.
It's a great honour, it really is for me, to present the jerseys. I admire the athleticism and the physicality and everything that you guys do. It's just a completely different game to the 15.
Hutchie's first tournament in Hong Kong. Well done, mate.
Travel the world, you know. I'm 20 years old, and I think last year when I was 18, 19, I went to 12 or 13 different countries, and I'm doing it again this year, and I'm loving it.
Our skipper for the weekend, Tommy Lucas.
They always think you sort of have the dream job, but don't get me wrong, there's a lot of tough days doing what we do.
You know, the last Olympics left a little bit of a sour taste in our mouth. Obviously, the girls doing really well and us not performing, you know, hurts.
Going to represent our great country this weekend in Hong Kong. Please put your hands together for captain Tommy Lucas.
I'm just pretty sick of that feeling, to be honest. But then we've also got a pretty young group here, so things have sort of changed.
Get our talk happening, our action words here. Eyes up to see what you see, and then this is play. Just one defender, please. Just one defender. Let's go.
Since the last Olympics, we've had 12 players leave, so that's pretty much half the main group has left, and then another 12 have come in. So that's a pretty big change.
Good hands.
Being such a young team is what we've been labelled over the last couple of months. We've had a lot of uncapped players make their debut, myself included in that, but I think we're just trying to get consistency in the team, and then hopefully the long-term goal is that we have a core group of players over the next 3-4 years.
Especially then when you're working back, you're having to change the straight from here and chasing back in the corner, whereas if you listen to that early ball, you're pretty much just shaking out.
A massive step up from yesterday in our intensity and our detail. Well, we talked about being clinical. I thought today, on the whole, we were very clinical. Our intention was really good. What I liked is that virtually on the whole, about 90% of that, you blokes are working with each other. This game is all about working with each other, working for the 6 blokes beside you, inside and outside. So I think you should take a lot of confidence out of that. Really positive. Yeah, I've worked with a lot of teams. Yeah, and the best teams are those that get on well and that trust each other, enjoy each other's company. We're building a culture. You know, they're fresh young bodies, fresh young minds that want to learn, that want to be good and want to play for their country, which is really exciting. But more importantly, they want to play for each other.
You reckon you got Timmy, Hutch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now?
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Timmy!
Yeah.
You know Timmy's never won a fight.
I had him back in Dubai, but he's put on 8 kilos or something, so it'll be a tough fight now.
There's a real brotherhood in the team. Everyone's close. Everyone gets on. You've got to in sevens. There's only 7 of you on the field at a time, so if you don't trust the bloke next to you and you can't trust him to make his tackles, then you're not going to win games. So I think you've got to be a family to win these competitions, and that's one of the best things about being such a small squad is how tight we are as a group.
There's no scientific proof that this works. And to be honest, I have no clue why we do this, except torture and for Nick's amusement.
Just shut up and do it. Standard issue of World Series rugby.
I just make sure I get in with the guy with the smallest rod so it doesn't touch me backside when I'm in here. Porchie's the man.
I think the favourite part of my career was when I played my first test at the age of 19, and basically I was with an Australian team where We weren't winning games, and so there was that burning desire to prove myself, and it was the best part of my career. That was the motivation that I had when I was your age, and they were saying the same thing about our Australian team at that time. And in my head, I was thinking, yeah, we're as good as anyone in the world. We can beat anyone in the world on our given day. And when I look around this room, I just get a sense that you guys have that same mind frame going into this weekend.
19-year-old boys, young men, 20-year-old boys, young men, which, you know, in really only 6 months, starting to produce some of the best rugby that we've seen within this squad. So the future is very, very bright. The important thing for us now is to make sure we keep those blokes and take them all the way through to Tokyo.